You're listening to the Claret and Big Blue podcast on the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network.
Damn, Daniel.
Over the middle, touchdown Giants.
Taken away by Wicks.
Oh, it's glorious. It's Pettis to Jones. Oh, what a catch by Daniel Jones.
Cleared as far as Saeed Ben Rama.
And we are live.
We'll do it live.
Welcome everyone to Claret and Big Blue, probably the only podcast on the internet dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football and football balls. For everyone's taste, I'm Mike Fish and I am joined as always by the main man, Alex Middleton. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. You know that post-draft come down where you're just looking at, like I was just doing it before we started the pod, like, oh, yeah, let's look at our draft class again. You got that to just, yeah, so you're drinking out of your hope mug. The hope is high right now. I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling good. We're not going to talk about soccer till the second half of the podcast because that's when I'm going to get depressed and angry and upset and mad. But right now, I'm thriving. When I think about Big Blue, the blue portion of the Claret and Big Blue, it makes me very happy. And that has historically on this podcast been the part of it that made me sad. But right now, I have that shimmer of hope. I'm feeling optimistic. The glass is half full on this part of the podcast. I'll give you that's a little teaser. Getting ready for West Ham talk the second half. But right now it's feeling half full. How about you, buddy? How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How much of the draft did you watch? Did you watch the whole thing? Did you did you tune out after?
I watched
the New York Giants?
Watched the first the first night. Did not give two shits after we did it. I cover the Texans on the morning show I'm on, so I kind of kept up with Texans. But the Giants and Texans were done at the first half of the draft, so that was awesome. Like the first half of that first draft, so I just got to play Xbox, have it on my iPad, kind of tune in, check out some trades that happened. I was waiting for like quarterbacks to fall, and that never really came to fruition. But this is probably the least amount of draft I've watched ever since like they televised it as much as they did, and I didn't feel bad. Like the Giants app was updating me on all our picks the second after we did it. If the TV was on, I'd turn on the draft and check it out. But I'm going to be honest. I don't know a ton about DJ Davidson, the defensive tackle we took out of Arizona State. I didn't know a ton about Wan'Dale Robinson out of Kentucky, but I know you're stoked to give us all that we need to know. You're a big UK guy. Your favorite team. We'll get to that here in a second, but yeah, how much of it did you watch? Were you glued to your television set or the tube, as they say?
Yeah, I had night one on, and then I pretty much faded out once the Giants picked their second one, and then I just kind of had it on the background. But that's about it. I even missed, because I knew I like to speak about this. I even missed my favorite part of the draft, the round 7, when seriously, like maybe one person in the crowd knows any of the names that they're bringing out now.
Or like sometimes there's the guy that like he was a fun story, like this guy, right? Not like a fun story, but like he overcame something. Like, this guy almost lost his arm in a car wreck or a bicycling accident. And now he's getting drafted. You're like,
what was really weird because a lot of the players didn't come out onto the stage like they normally do.
Well, because on the 7th round, like nobody's there.
No, but even like because I remember. I can't remember the player, but they did a big announcement of, now Steve Smith is going to take the stage for a special moment. And so I thought he was going to come out and say something, and he just walks out, shakes the guy's hand, and then walks off again. It's like, oh, okay. Weird.
I don't want to knock fans because fans are obviously the most important part of a team, except for like I would say now the GM and the head coach right now. But again, I am also somebody like I went to as a part owner of the Houston Roughnecks of the XFL. I would go to games in the one size fits all like oil outfield, like oil work clothes or whatever. The onesies, the dude onesies. I don't know the name of them. Coveralls.
Okay.
Coveralls. I had the hard hat, and it was like, yeah, I got all hyped up. I always think people that go to the draft are kind of nerds. Like, you're kind of a nerd to go to the draft and be like, let's go team. And I mean, like, Fireman Ed for the Jets had to be there. Our boy LPG had to be there. Like, there's those guys. But then there's the people that, like, there were people for the Texans. It was like, I'm the Go Texans lady. And it was like, she had cowboy hats and, like, Texans, like, clocks on her and stuff. And it was like, you went to Vegas to watch the draft? And I think, though, I gave you a pass because it's like I always want to go support your team. This year, though, you get a pass completely because it was in Vegas. So it's like, no, we're going to go to Vegas. Yeah, we're going to watch the draft. We're not hitting the craps table on the way back or anything. We're watching the draft. And you could tell night 2, nobody was fucking as hyped as they were the first night. It was about half the size. And then day
still
3,
hungover.
Yeah. Filter it in and out like as the last thing to do. But I don't know. It always seemed kind of like nerdy to go be like, let's go. Like, especially now that they're moving around, like, I'm going to go to Cleveland and root on the Giants at the draft. Like, nah. I'll watch it on TV or I'll just check on my phone and be like, this is how it is. And I'm making fun of myself because, like, you'd be like, Alex, well, why couldn't you just look at the score after the game? I was like, because I don't know. But to me, it feels weird to go root for the draft. You don't have any say in it. You can be like, my booze got to the players, but like being like, I disagree with this 4th round pick that I didn't know a lot about. That's weird.
Even the fun of what's the commissioner's name?
Roger Goodell. Yeah, I do kind of want to boo that. Like, so I get it.
But even that's kind of starting to fade out where it's like
you with the face paint. You with the face paint to the draft. Just chill out a second, you know?
But now I just want to like see something thrown at him. Like I think the boos are played out. Let's go.
No,
nothing hard.
With shields. He comes out with like human shields now. Because usually I was surprised that he came out with Derek Carr because Derek Carr doesn't get as much love as you would think. Derek Carr and that amazing haircut he had, which was like, I want a mullet, but only on like the sides. He looked like a video game character.
No, what if next year Roger Goodell comes out in one of those Pope-mobiles? With like the bulletproof glass all around him.
No, because he's already figured it out. Like he figured that out a couple of years ago. He's like, if I just bring the troops with me, like, hey, fuck me, right? But like, also these people are veterans and have served our country. And everyone's like, boo! Oh, all right, yep, for the troops, And like, he had Derek Carr, and like they were in Vegas, which I think it was like Marcus Allen. I just dropped my pen. That's why I'm.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're very smoothly carrying on there. That's beautiful.
But he had some like Raiders people. I was like, I don't think they give a shit as much in Vegas about the Raiders as they did. And like, even if you saw like Ice Cube at one point, he was like, Cube, get up here, my dog. What's happening, homie? And you're like, chill out, Goodell. And Cube was still wearing Oakland everything. Like, I don't know. It was weird. But now he brings out shields to kind of like take away, like, they're not all booing me, right? How crazy is this? They boo the people that walk out. They're like, no, I think it's you, man. But here's the troops. He has a purple heart right here. We're not going to boo that guy that I'm also standing next to.
We're best friends.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant marketing ploy on his part.
It's almost like the dickheads come out with the child who's sick.
Don't boo this kid. Don't boo this kid. And everybody was like making fun of I had some people making fun of the kid that did the Giants' first pick, that drafted Kayvon Thibodeau. First off, that kid was hyped. Oh, I loved that kid. I loved every second of that. And they're like,
I want him to announce me every time I walk into a room.
Yeah. Like, that kid was so hyped. And I was like, I want to be as hyped as him about Kayvon Thibodeau. I am hyped. You're right. Fuck yeah. We got Kayvon Thibodeau. Let's fucking go. And Kayvon was like, I fucking love this kid's energy. Let's go. Like, was dapping him up. They got the picture. When you saw, like, Kayvon and Goodell were about to do the picture, and he, like, reached over and grabbed the kid. He's like, no. You get to be in this, too. And the kid was like, yes! Like, I was like, I want that. That's just remember to save that GIF. And we're going to use that anytime anything positive happens this season for the Giants, which I'm expecting a lot of because that kid gave us a bunch of good vibes. But I had some people like, hey, what the fuck's the deal with the kid that's like jacked up on the mic? And I'm like, that's a Make-A-Wish kid, so maybe don't make fun of him.
But even if he wasn't a Make-A-Wish kid, why are you bitching on someone?
We're going to make fun of a Make-A-Wish kid.
Even if he wasn't Make-A-Wish, he's there. He's a fan on stage.
Costume.
What would you want?
He was jacked. He was wearing a suit. Fucking, that's classy as shit, dude. dude in Vegas wearing a suit. I don't know about you, but like I don't go to Vegas a lot or anything. But when you go out places, like if you're in a hotel and you're going out to do stuff, and you're like, this guy's wearing a suit. Now that is classy. And it's like I've gone to UFC fights where there's guys in suits, and it's like, why would you wear a fucking suit to a UFC fight? But I don't know. That guy's on another level than me. I just think he's like that guy's probably like he probably came here in a limo. I just assume that kid like he looked like a fucking pimp, dude.
I bet he can count cards.
Wish we had his name, but like, yeah, I bet he was banned from every casino. They were like, that kid is up to something. But I don't know. His
I want to play craps with him. Like, imagine roll the dice.
There's no way Kayvon Thibodeau can be a bust. No way. Not with that energy. Kayvon was like, you know, he was very spiritual in all of his talking. Like, you know, I just asked, like, you know, the world to show me I was ready for this moment, and it did last season, and I think that I'm ready to go, and, you know, I'm ready to be a giant, and the world brought us together like this, and we're ready to prove all the doubters wrong. And I was like, okay, that with him being spiritual, the kid giving out vibes, like, we're good. Fucking Chase Young had all that hype when he came out. We're fucking, yeah. It's the next Aaron Donald we just got.
Then, after that, it got, again, I'm not a college guy, so I was like saving my hypeness until they announced the position.
Your third round.
No, even just like whenever, like, oh, and with the 7th pick, the New York Giants trade Evan Neal, offensive lineman. Yeah!
You're like, good, we need that, which is crazy because, like, hey, remember Gettleman and all of the coaches under Gettleman where it was like, hey, we're gonna address the offensive line situation, get some big hog mollies up there. Except we're not really gonna draft them most of the time. We're gonna draft Justin Thomas, and that's it. But that was just because he was staring us in the face. Like, other than that, we're not gonna address any of this shit. And they didn't. And it was like, oh, this is what like competent GMs and head coaches do. They'd make picks that seem like they're good picks. And also, like, anybody that you get from Alabama, you're like, yeah, he's probably gonna be good.
Yeah, haven't they won like 7 national championships in the last 6 years or some shit? But it was good. Like, out of the 11 picks that we had all overall, I think 10 of them were defensive players, whether they were on the defense or offensive defenders. I think we only had
we had 3. We had offensive tackle, we had a receiver, we had 2 guards, and a tight end. So it was pretty spread out. Yeah. So 6 of the 11 were.
Well, no, but even if they're on the offense, they're defensive players in the offense, right?
They're off linemen, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed help on both sets of the line, and we did address that. Fun fact, we love guards from North Carolina because we took 2 guards from North Carolina. That's just a little stat I wrote down draft day. Don't really know a lot about Marcus McKeithen or Joshua Ezzuto, but Mel Kiper liked the Ezzuto pick, so he seems like he knows what he's talking about. And yeah, we took all of North Carolina's guards.
Darian Beavers sounds fun to say.
I don't know who he is a lot. I know Cincinnati was good last year, and I know that everybody was like, Giants got steal in Beavers, and I was like, all right, I'll take that. And then, I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson, bro. How excited were you, a graduate basically of UK, of Kentucky, your favorite college football program in the world?
Yep.
I mean, just go off, King. Tell us all about you. Like, you loved this dude at UK. I mean, you thought it was you were like, he's going to go in the first round. Didn't quite go in the first round or second round.
I was
shocked.
We
got him. He fell to us, so they obviously listened to you. What do you think about the Wan'Dale Robinson pick?
I mean, I can tell you so much about Wan'Dale Robinson.
I'm going to actually go start dinner real quick.
Yep.
I'm just going to let Mike, I got my headphones in, so I'll be listening, but Mike's going to just tell you guys all he knows about Wan'Dale Robinson.
Right, yeah. So Wan'Dale Robinson, born January 5th, 2001, is an American football wide receiver who plays for the New York Giants of the National Football League. He played college football with Kentucky. He previously played at Nebraska from 2019 to 2020.
Ooh, a transporter guy.
Yeah. Robinson played at Western Hills High School. I could go on. I don't want to bore you.
2 more paragraphs.
So, yeah, the Wikipedia page is not that big, but so yeah. But I'm excited. I just saw Kentucky. I was like, yeah, fuck Yeah.
Well, all I'm seeing from the football guys and gals out there is that Kadarius Toney and him should pair very nicely with one another. So you're gonna see a lot of pre-snap movement probably by the wide receivers. We did address Daniel Bellinger. Good rinse. We no longer have Evan Ingram to worry about giving the ball away. We needed to fill a tight end spot, and Bellinger was one of the tight ends that I saw kind of around the area that we got him. We got him in the 4th round. Don't know a ton about him, but we addressed the tight end issue. It was like the cool thing about this draft that Gettleman and co failed to do year in and year out of their tenure was it was like, all right, well, Giants going in. What do we have needs at? Offensive linemen. We got some secondary issues on the defense. Defensive linemen. Maybe add a receiver here or there. Tight end. And they were like, boom, offensive line, defensive line, offensive line, wide receiver, offensive line, cornerback, safety. Like all of those needs that we needed to have addressed. It was like, oh, hey, look at them. They're doing that thing we need. Like that. It was watching competent GM and head coachmanship, whatever the word I'm looking for there. It was awesome. It was a beautiful thing to see. And yes, we can't really give draft grades out. I think that's really silly when people do that.
Because you don't know until
these guys
their first
play
full season.
all. But giving a draft grade out, which we're going to have to do here, I give the Giants the best draft grade of all in football. So the Giants had the best draft of anybody this season. They won the draft. Please give us our trophy now. Giants officially won the draft. You heard it here first.
Say that to the bank.
Yep. So with that, what else did you have draft wise you want to discuss?
Nothing. I mean, nothing really Giants wise, but yeah, I was, even though going into it, there was a lot of talk about this not being a very quarterback strong class. I was very shocked that I think was it by round 6 there was only 2 quarterbacks drafted. Like, I felt I started to feel bad.
They went to the 3rd. I think the formerly the R words. They took the Sam Howell out of North Carolina.
Pretty awkward to be a quarterback in that draft.
He was like 5th round, but yeah, it was like there was 3 quarterbacks by the 3rd round, which is kind of crazy.
But I mean, it solidifies everything we said. I think we've got at least one more year of Mr. Jones.
Oh, he gets a make or break year, and I mean, that, as a quarterback, that's all you can hope for. It would have been tough to see him. Like, I get the hate on Daniel Jones. I do. I understand the arguments against him, but like, he's never really gotten a fair shake. And yeah, he's made mistakes, and there's been stuff that he's done that he should get better on. But when you have a different offensive coordinator and you have 2 head coaches and all of this shit just gets thrown at you, it's not easy to like just adapt that quickly. And maybe he's not going to be the next fucking Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying he is, but you got to give him a fair shot. And I think he's going to get one this year with Dable and that. Everyone drafted by the Cowboys and Eagles. Alex hates now. That's what Alex O says. Dude, I fucking do, but I hate that. I think the Eagles had a really good draft. Like, they got all the Georgia guys. The Commanders, I don't really know. And I think, like, fuck the Cowboys. I heard they reached in that 2nd pick they had. But I thought that the Eagles got all those Georgia guys, and just it's like Alabama with me. Like, Georgia was very good defensively. If you got anybody from Georgia's defense, fuck. Not in our division. That happened. So I don't know. But I hate them. They're going to fucking suck, though. I'm going to curse them.
Yeah. I think the key to this season is... there's many things, but the key thing is Daniel Jones needs to stay healthy. He needs to play all the games this year if he wants to stay at the Giants. Because I think now... I mean, it's still early, it's still way too early to say, but I think he's got better tools around him. He's got, I think, better coaches around him.
Definitely better coaches.
Make a break. But yeah, I think that's pretty much wrapped up. The Giants speak. Let's move on to... Before we talk about West Ham, let's talk about everyone's favourite quiz that happens throughout the week. It's where we turn over to Alex to find out how many things can he name.
How many things can you name?
Now, tomorrow is May 4th. Everyone knows it's Star Wars Day, and everyone knows that Alex Middleton is a huge Star Wars fan. So I thought we'd take it easy this week. So I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. And it's going to be really simple. In 30 seconds, all you need to do is name as many Star Wars characters as you can name.
All right, Luke, Leia.
Wait, no, give me first. Give me
Luke
full names.
Skywalker, Princess Leia Organa. You had just Finn. He was just a guy. There's Finn.
Yep.
Daisy Ridley, but I can't fucking think of her name. I already said Han Solo. Jabba the Hutt. You had Yoda. You had Darth Maul. Darth Vader. Frodo. You had Frodo. R2D2 C3PO. BB-20. Whatever his name was.
BB-8.
Jar Jar Binks. And I don't know, man. Uncle Ben. You had Uncle Ben. Obi-Wan Kenobi. You had Qui-Gon Jinn.
Look at you go. That's it. Time's up.
Anakin.
You got about
Sebulba in the first one. Remember, he was like the weird alien dude that raised pods. I named a lot.
Yeah, I think within the time, I think you got about 12 or 13. Was he?
He was one of the little hairy dudes on Return of the Jedi.
Good for him. Ewoks. You excited? Are you going to be going out in your favorite Star Wars cosplay tomorrow?
I'll be waiting for Revenge of the Fifth. Yeah.
Do you watch any of the Star Wars stuff on Disney Plus or DP, as I like to call it?
I haven't. I watched like one episode of Mandalorian, and I never like caught up. I had the intention to. I like Star Wars. I have all the
show. The Boba Fett one is funny because that's just pretty much Mandalorian 2. Like it's
just the same thing, right? It's just about Boba Fett.
I mean, I won't spoil it until you've seen it.
They're trying to make one with Obi-Wan, right?
It comes out end of this month. They're releasing it on like the 25th anniversary of the first Star Wars movie, but if they're going to release it in May, surely May the 4th would have made more sense. PR-wise and marketing-wise.
Oh, yeah. I also feel like I really like there's storylines I want to know about. And like there's all those like the animated Star Wars stuff where you have like the snakehead lady. Not Medusa, but she's got a whole series and I don't know about her. So I'm probably not going to be as interested in that. But if you had like what made Luke and Kylo have the falling out, like I know they kind of show a little bit of it in the new Star Wars, but like if you could have a whole series on like Kylo training under Luke and then why it didn't go well, I'd be down for that.
What went wrong? Star Wars. Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's switch up some gears. Let's talk some... Oh, where are we going? Samuel Jackson. Yes, he was in Star Wars.
Mace Windu.
West Ham.
Hammer time.
All right. So we can kind of rather than go into like breaking down the last two games and look forward to the next one, I think we can kind of just merge it into one kind of conversation here because it's all depressing.
We're fucked.
We lost to Frankfurt 2-1 at the London
win.
Stadium. We lost 2-1 against Arsenal.
Dead. We're dead.
That happened. It's this Thursday is all or
My
nothing,
heart is
right?
broken. It's the bubbles part, and where I get mad at myself because I rooted for this team. I picked this team, and just like my dreams, they fade and die. And you guys fucking taught us that song, and it's just you're doing it to us again. Damn it, West Ham. Damn, like you got me so hyped for this season. I was like, last year wasn't a fluke. We're gonna go right back to Europa, and it's just like, no, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Hey, well, at least we have Europa League. We can maybe have a shot at getting to the final. Oh, hey, JK, fuck you, dude. We don't care about that either. Chelsea, fuck you. Tracked Frankfurt or whatever the fuck their name is. Fuck them. And then fucking just okay against Arsenal. Hey, let's not show up too. Also, fuck you, Mike Dean. Go fuck yourself, you fucking piece of shit. I hope you.
I can't wait.
I hope you lose your car keys. I hope you drop them in a fucking gutter. You can't ever get them, and I hope like then you get a replacement set of keys. And the exact same thing fucking happens to you every fucking day for the rest of your miserable fucking piece of shit cunty life. You fuck, Mike Dean. Oh, hey, look at me, it's the Mike Dean show. Oh, you guys thought you came to watch West Ham Arsenal? No, it's all about me. Look at me, it's the fucking Mike Dean show. Go fuck yourself, dude. What a fucking scumbag. What a fucking piece of shit. Oh, yeah, no, Jared Bowen simulates, but like the rest of the shit that went on, none of that simulation or anything like that. Okay, cool. Go fuck yourself, Mike. I just needed to... This is the glass half empty portion of the podcast. I warned you about this. I said, I don't believe in this team anymore, man. I gave up.
I see. I haven't given up yet.
We're like eighth, maybe in the Premier League. We're probably gonna get passed by Wolves. Wolves is gonna pass us. We're gonna fuck up Norwich. Shit. You think we're not gonna fuck up Norwich? We're gonna go all in on Europa. We'll probably fucking lose that 2-1 or draw and lose on aggregate. We're gonna fucking then go and just like, oh, we're tired. Fuck it. Like, let's just mail it against Norwich. Nothing's gonna happen there. United's gonna win. Wolves is gonna win. We're fucked, dude. We're fucked. We're not making the Conference League. We're not doing any of this. It's not funny. Stop laughing. Stop laughing at it. We're mad. Why aren't you mad? Why aren't you as upset as I am? I'm very upset right now. I don't know if you can tell.
I think it's a shouting
Bullshit.
I'm enjoying your pain because you seem to be more pain than me.
I hate it so much. I hate this team. I hate that I loved them as much as I did going into that match. And on Thursday, I was just like angry. I was so angry. And then on Sunday, I was just angry to start the match, and I was angry the whole fucking time during it. Minus when we scored to tie it, but then I felt a little bit better. But I was just... We're fucked, man. We're fucked.
I don't think it's over.
Eintracht is so much better. They're so much better. They should have beat us like... It should have been like 4-1. It should have been 4-1.
Jared Bowen hit the post once, hit the crossbar once. That game could have been so different. And if Leon taught us anything, we're not afraid to go away from home and just destroy them, embarrass them in front of their friends and their family.
They're Eintracht. They have fucking flares. Flares should be banned. You should not be allowed to start flares in the stands. It says public safety hazard. That's what I did do, man. Should have been doing all week. I'm upset.
Ever since. But yeah, all or nothing. I think realistically, Wolves aren't doing anything. They're playing terribly. So I think worst case in the league. Well, we're not gonna finish sixth anymore. We're gonna finish seventh and get Europa Conference League, which would be terrible because we're a downgrade. So we need to win this game. And then probably we're gonna end up having to face another German team in the final, RB Leipzig, because Rangers are shit in the bed as well. Got to keep the faith, man.
I have none. It's gone. It's gone.
Well, in that case, the only way is up. Baby, for you and me now. The only way is up. Come on, cheer up, mate.
I'm not. I refuse to. Weakest run. Don't you smugly sip your coffee. Don't you smugly sip your coffee like that.
Coffee.
Don't you smugly sip beer in a coffee mug that you're using for branding purposes.
Go to merch.cbbpod.com. Buy your mugs. Because we are all mugs at the end of the day.
Do it.
As we say in England.
One mug means you have sympathy for us.
Exactly.
And hope.
Apparently there's t-shirts there as well. You can buy that as well.
what they say.
So, very two contrasting thoughts there. Then going into this game against Frankfurt on Thursday, what's your prediction?
We're gonna lose. It's probably gonna be 2-1, 3-0, some shit like that. We're gonna lose. Game over. We're fucking done. I probably might as well
throwing your pen on the floor.
Just don't even show up. I know I am. I'm angrily throwing my pen on the floor. If only you guys could see pen cam, it'd be wild. But we're gonna lose.
See, I think we're gonna win.
What,
I think it's gonna
2-1 and then have to go to penalties and lose in penalties. Probably that's probably West Ham. That'd be the West Ham way. Make us, hey, we're not gonna. It's not over yet. Just wait a little bit, and we're gonna stress you out, and then we're still gonna let you down.
That's definitely what I'm predicting. It's gonna go to penalties, and we're gonna lose on penalties, and it's gonna be even more depressing than we thought.
If we go to extra time, I'm just gonna turn the game off. I'll know how it ends.
No, you won't.
I'll know how it ends.
Don't lie to yourself.
I'll turn it off, but I'll leave the notifications on my phone on.
But still, yeah. You know what's really annoying is actually, even if though I still think there's a chance for us to make the final, I thought the final was at the end of the season. It's not. It's still like the Thursday before the season finale against Manchester
City.
City.
On Thursday. That's bullshit.
I don't understand why we have the Champions League final on the Sunday, have the Europa League on the Saturday beforehand, have it like the big season finale. But no, we have to play on Thursday again before Man City on the final day of the season.
Stupid.
But that would be, I mean, if that would be like a gift for Manchester City, because if we manage to make it to the final of the Europa League and win the Europa League, so we're guaranteed Champions League football no matter what.
Fuck, yeah.
Man City might need to win that game. It's basically going to be like, go on, just do it. You're fine. We don't give a shit.
We actually didn't even start a keeper, man. Y'all just have this one. We don't give a fuck. We're gonna be in the stands with our fans just partying. Instead, we will not be participating in today's match.
That'd be nice to watch. I wouldn't give a shit.
Happen because we're gonna lose on Thursday. So,
as always, positive vibes here on the Clara and Big Blue podcast.
Not right now. Vibes are very negative. Hey Alex, what's up? It's past Alex. Remember week 7 when Daniel Jones had that sick one-handed catch? Huh? That was cool. Remember?
Boy, I'd try to cheer you up.
That was Giants though, and they make me happy now. So if only we could have both of our teams making us happy at the same time, that'd be great.
It very rarely happens.
Very
I think it happened like when we started the podcast, 70 episodes. I think we had like a little run of like 3 games where West Ham and Giants won.
We are on top of the world, dude. And I know.
Now look at us, broken men. But yeah, well, one of us is going to be right next week, and we'll have that to look forward to. What else have we got to look for? What else? Positive stuff to look forward to this week. We've got other podcasts that you can listen to. We've obviously got Past the Gravy and Waffle Box. What have the good, gracious people of the Gravy Gang got to look forward to tomorrow? Hopefully you'll be happier by tomorrow when you record that.
We're going to talk about domestic bliss.
The fuck is that?
Maybe I'm a chef now. On my week off of work. Who knows? We're going to talk about what I've been whipping up in the kitchen. We're gonna talk about fashion because of the Met Gala. Ozark, you seen that? Finished that today. That's pretty crazy. And I'm also gonna bring up how motorcycles, you never hear about them getting flat tires, but they do. They do get flat tires. Huh. You know, I feel like maybe motorcycles need to have a spare.
Where would you keep it?
Not my problem. I'm not a motorcycle company.
That's got to be it. Yeah, that's just thinking about it. I never even thought about that. Imagine if you did get a flat tire and riding a motorbike. That's got to be scary shit.
Have fun walking.
Right all over the fucking place.
So we get about. I have some other ideas I'm gonna throw across to the fellas. Hopefully another 3-hour podcast tomorrow. No, but Pat has already hit me up today before we started recording. He was like, "So my internet might get a little bit really shitty. Would you guys want to maybe do this one in person?" And I was like, all right, well, why don't we test tomorrow morning? Because I don't have to get up in the morning for work. So I'm going to get up whenever he does. And it's probably like 1 o'clock. He'll test with me. And we'll see if his internet's out. And if not, he'll just come here. It'll be me and Pat sitting here.
Old school.
Yeah, Robert wouldn't have to go to that one, but yeah, we're gonna do our
2
final.
weeks in a row, right? They've been missed.
Well, he'll be here. He won't be here in person.
He'll just
We
be
found
in
a way to where Robert won't have to be present in like the same area. Like he can do it remotely.
Gotcha.
Just Pat and I will be in person. But then we're gonna do our final mock draft of the season because Robert had to miss last week. That was why we did like a 3-hour podcast because Pat and I have no self-control. And then we're gonna answer your questions and tell you guys what's not cool this week. What about Waffle Box though? What do we got to look forward to there? Another crazy world record.
Another dumb world record. Then we're talking about the death of Netflix because that's slowly dying a death.
I was watching Netflix today though, so is it?
Well, they've still got one person. That's good. And then we're talking about The Northman movie review, Star Wars, and obviously ending on the feel-good moment of the week. So lots for you to look forward to. But yeah, we'll be doing a trapdoor Star Wars special where we'll be deleting Star Wars characters from history because they suck. So yeah, check those out. What's that?
Jar Jar Binks has to win.
Well, no, I didn't put him in because that'd be too easy. You gotta make it difficult to choose.
Yeah, because he would win.
He's the honorable mention. He's gone already.
He's the greatest Star Wars character of all time. That's gonna be my hot take tomorrow. I'm just gonna die on that hill.
You're crazy, man. You're going losing your mind.
Or
man.
do I say Jar Jar Binks was Jabba the Hutt?
He lost a lot of weight.
Worst Star Wars character is Jabba the Hutt for me, and they're like, "That's Jar Jar." I'm like, no.
Did you ever see him in the same place at the same time? Nope.
Exactly.
He just got the gastric band, lost a bunch of weight.
Sorry, he was trying to watch his weight, dude.
Don't skinny shame him or whatever it was. If it's live, there's gonna be so many beers.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to find that out, what's going to happen on this, check them out at Pass the Gravy Pod on Twitter. And for that one, I think you're definitely going to want to go to youtube.com and search Pass the Gravy to see that one.
That's a great podcast, yeah.
And if you want to listen to me, go to Waffle Box Pod on Twitter and check those out. Or go all the links. Enjoy it. wafflebox.com. Also, I am doing a little bit of testing out on Twitch. I did a little watch along. I did watch some classic Supermarket Sweep whilst I commentated over them. That was fun. So if you want to go to twitch.tv/popcouture, just if you want the spelling, because it's all fashion, baby, go to popcouture, so POPCOUTURE on Twitch, and I'll just be doing some really weird shit on Twitch, but it'll be fun.
I like it.
Check this out. But yes, obviously follow me at Mr. Mike Fish. Follow him at Alex J. Middleton. Go to cbbpod.com for all the links. Merch.cbbpod to get your Hope mug and other shit. But until next week, don't forget.
Seahorses forever.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Hey, let's go to Peyton. He's going to break down that touchdown. Can't hear shit. Never mind.